Hello, and welcome to our very first set of battles for Season 7 of Go Battle League. So, all in all, we were able to end Season 6 fairly high up in the ranks, I'd say. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get into the grind to try and get ourselves to Legend rank. Hopefully, we'll be able to do more battles this season, so we, at the very least, will be able to get the opportunity to do that. But we were able to at least make it to rank 18. Got ourselves 176 wins out of 305. A lot of those are probably us probably tanking some of those Master League battles, admittedly. But nonetheless, we are now in a brand new season. We have been reset back to rank 1. And with it, we got ourselves a good amount of Great League sets to look forward to. So, I'm very excited about that. Never really know what to expect with Great League these days. So many different possibilities. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of teams we go up against. But with that, let's go ahead and jump right into the battles. Yeah, for this one, as much as I like to celebrate with premium rewards, I'm going to go ahead and save my battle passes until we get to the usual, the nice bonus ones that happens in the, I think, like 5, 10, and 15 ranks. So, yeah, go ahead and hang on to those. Jump into basic rewards for now. And with that, we go into our first set of battles in Great League. And with it, we'll bring ourselves, starting out with a Charmer up front, we got ourselves Wigglytuff. We got ourselves the OG Unova version of Stunfisk. And closing out is my nice little grass coverage as well as my steel coverage in the form of Ferrothorn. So, plus sides about being, starting out in the lower ranks, get a good opportunity to really just experiment with any kind of Pokemon that we got. So, with that, let's see how well this team performs as we go into our first matchup against somebody. First matchup is against Latresseron. Alright, let's see what you got. First Pokemon is a Sock. So actually, we're starting out strong on that one. I'll take that. And with that, they switch out for a Machamp. I can't help but feel like they're going for a theme here. And I'm going to take a wild assumption that their next Pokemon that they had was most likely a fighting type as well. So, GG's nonetheless. Again, never really know what to expect when jumping into these. I will, at the very least, respect the fact that you're going in with the theme there. It just happened to be unfortunate that you came into contact with a Charmer right out of the gate. So, yeah, sorry about that one. But now we're going against a rank 3er with JVD 3JB 5MDB. I have absolutely no idea what that could possibly mean, but you do you. Alright, but first matchup against Ludicolo. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. Alright, they're rocking the Razor Leaf, so we're definitely packing some very powerful neutral damage with both of our fast moves. Fortunately, it does look like I, at the very least, am a bit on the tankier side, so I'm going to go ahead and use my shield to keep my Wigglytuff alive for a little bit longer. It's mine as well. And with that, we clear out the Ludicolo. It's been fun. Alright, but now they bring out the Magneton. Into which case I will try and shoot it with an Ice Beam. Into which case they decide to block. That's cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch out for my Stunfisk. Get a lot of that extra damage in. Ooh, but they do bring in a Samurott. Ooh, I've never fought a Samurott before. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited for this. And it's rocking Fury Cutter. Okay, that's new. I'll give you that. That's different. Now is your Samurai prepared for the thunder? It was not. Alright. Oh, that's cool. It like busts out a sword and everything. Now with that, I'm going to go ahead and shield this next attack. It is Hydro Pump. I'm very thankful I blocked that one. And with that, I can go ahead and chuck another discharge its way. Get some good damage going with that. Clear out the Samurai, and now all we got left is the Magneton to deal with. Kind of curious as to what move it's going to chuck my way. It is discharge, but I tank it out like a champ. And with that, the Pancake will deal its final Mud Bomb, and we are able to successfully gain ourselves a win. So, GG's all around. Again, with Great League, you never really know what to expect with the Pokemon you're gonna face. Did we call it with Razor Leaf though? That gave me some trouble there. I got a little bit concerned. Alright, but now we're moving up the ranks against Xylops 1 for our third battle. Let's see how this goes. Alright, what you got? First matchup is against a Snorlax. That's different. Okay. Fortunately, my normal typing is helping me a lot in this case. They do bust out the Lapras, so I will bust out the Ferrothorn. Just because. Alright. Able to chuck out the Power Whip first, so I should be able to either take out the Lapras or the Shield. I'll take the Shield. But with that... I'm actually going to try and tank it. I want to know. Ooh, it's Hydro Pump. It hurts, don't get me wrong. It hurts quite a lot, but where Ferrothorn is kicking through. He made it through the Hydro Pump. Probably not something I ever want to tank ever again, but we did it. We made it through. I can't argue against that. We're still alive. We're still kicking. Very barely, but we're still kicking. Just enough to get this Power Whip going, I think. Yep, that's enough to clear out the little Lapras. And with that, they bust out a Flareon. That's cool. With that, I came prepared with my Mud Boy. And with that, they bring back the Snorlax. To which case, I'll respond with a quick little Mud Bomb, get a little bit more energy in, and then up and bail. And I'm actually gonna let I don't know why I let Wigglytuff tank this. I have enough shields. But whatever. I tanked it. I done tanked it. I don't know why, but I tanked it. Wigglytuff survived. I'm gonna go ahead and use that shield now. Might as well give Wigglytuff a break, I guess. But with that, the only thing left we have to deal with is Flareon, but they've decided to quit out on that one. Nonetheless, GG's all around. And Flareon was definitely one that I wasn't expecting. I'll give them that. And they got themselves some pretty solid tanks with Snorlax and Lapras there too. But now we're moving on to battle number 4 against Alin 113322. A lot of double numbers there, my friend. Wonder if there's a meaning behind that. I don't know. But I would like to find out at some point. Maybe through this battle. Will it give me insight? Oh, nope. I had an error finding the match. Okay. Alright. Well, with that, I guess let's just jump into it and see what other opponents we can find for battle number 4. Alright, so match number 4 will now be Tatum 0822. Alright, Tatum. Alright, your first matchup is a Lopunny. Okay. Credit where is due. That is once again very different. Very much wasn't expecting to encounter. But it does look like, at the very least, I am very much winning this fast move matchup. I am gonna go ahead and block. It is Focus Blast, so that probably could have took a fairly good chunk out of my Wigglytuff. But now we are able to clear out the Lopunny, and now we have Gigalith to deal with. With that said, I am now going to just go ahead and chuck an Ice Beam at it and probably take out the shield. like that. And that will just keep on keeping on, keep on firing away the charms. And with that, ooh, it is superpower, and it does clear out my Wigglytuff, so it's unfortunate. That was an unfortunate trade out there. But at the very least, we do have ourselves the Electric Pancake, who should be able to clear out this Gigalith. Yeah. And with that, final Pokemon to deal with is Umbreon. Ooh. This just got serious. This just got real. Umbreon, the absolute tank, has arrived on the field. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and shield this attack. Might as well keep my Pancake alive for as long as I possibly can. Because we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of those Dark Pulses come our way. And I can't help but feel like I have lagged out for a moment. Oh, there it is. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to tank out this Dark Pulse. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess we're going to tank out this Dark Pulse again. Because I guess the first one was a fake out. It was a fake out Dark Pulse. There it is. Alright. So with that, you send Dark Pulse, I send Discharge. Send the Discharge your way. Take a decent chunk of health out of you. But you know, it is what it is. Back at it again with the Dark Pulse. Will I be able to tank it out? I will not. R.I.P. Well, with that, see if I can finish off this Umbreon with my Ferrothorn. Once again, I will be needing to tank out as many Dark Pulses as I possibly can. It's definitely going to be a tight race, but I think we can do it. I think we're still able to. Missing that one is probably going to cost me a good amount, but I think we're still going to be okay. As long as we're able to get to this Power Whip. Yeah, we should be able to tank out this next Dark Pulse. Should be okay there. Yeah, we are in the red, but we do have Power Whip at the ready, and I should be able to clear out this Umbreon with this Power Whip. Yeah, Umbreon, never underestimate its tankiness, my goodness. But nonetheless, GG's all around. Starting to get serious out here. Getting some potentially scary competition starting to pop up. We'll see what kind of competition we'll face next against Pedro M. Guarnieri. I'm fairly positive I butchered that heavily, and I apologize greatly for that. But let's see what you got. Alright, first up is a Mandibuzz, so good news there. We have a pretty good start advantage in this regard. And interesting enough, they actually do decide to stick it out. I think with this one, I am going to try and tank out whatever move they're going to throw my way. It is foul play, so I'm very thankful I saved on that shield. And go ahead and, I guess, keep the charms a coming. Go ahead and try and tank out this next move as well, even if it is a fast flying move. I think I could be able to tank that out pretty well. Okay, yeah, with that, we are able to clear out the Mandibuzz. And with that, they've decided to quit out of this match. But nonetheless, GG's all around. Mandibuzz, I think, usually is a really solid Pokemon to have. It's just you happen to run into a Charmer, so yeah, sorry, I can't help you on that one. But nonetheless, we are starting out with a nice 5-0, a clean sweep across the board. So with that, I'll go ahead and claim our rewards, which is 300 Stardust, a Charge TM, always nice to see. We got ourselves our first encounter, and it's with a Zeeb Striker. Ooh. Do I dare use you for the next Great League match? Ooh, that'd be fun. That'd be quite a twist. Alright, there we go. Got ourselves a brand new Zeeb Striker. Got ourselves that Blitzo XL candy. And it's actually got really solid IVs. Look at that. Not quite Great League status. Maybe Ultra League? I don't know. I think it is more attack heavy though, so it's probably not gonna survive too well out here. But in any event, we'll figure out what to do with the Zipstrika later. For now, I'm going to go ahead and claim these 3 rare candies as well as the 600 Stardust. And with that, we can move on to rank 2. Moving up the ranks with 1120 Stardust. I'll take that. I'll take that. And with that, starting out 5-0 with a 5-win winning streak. So pretty happy about that. We're doing solid. We're doing solid. With that, though, let me go ahead and, in the spirit of experimentation, as great as this party went, I am gonna move on to my next. The next set that I have created, next group of 3 that I have created for this stream for battle number 2, which will once again be taking place in Basic Rewards, once again taking place in Great League, and this time around I'll be running with one of my OG favorites. Will be running with Probopass, who interesting enough, I guess in a week or so, we might even have the opportunity to find ourselves a shiny Probopass, or I guess shiny Nosepass to evolve into Probopass, but I'm looking forward to that in the following events. But for now, following it with a little bit of extra coverage, especially for any pesky fire types we might run into, I do have our OG Mud Boy Swampert in all of its shiny glory, and we're also packing another shiny in the form of Altaria, who should be able to cover any extra coverage that we need for both Probopass and Swampert. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We got all our bases covered, but there's only one way to find out. I could transition that much more smoothly. That's on me. But we are transitioning into our first battle against Super Will 111. Alright, Super Will, what's your super team? First matchup against Azumarill. Alright, so we're both rocking super effective moves right out of the get-go. Ooh, they have switched out for what I am only assuming is the Galarian form of Stunfisk. So unfortunately that wasted that, but I do have something in preparation in the form of my shiny Mudboy with the ever spammy Hydra Cannon at the ready. Fire that off, get a good amount of damage going onto that Galarian Stunfisk. I'm gonna go ahead and save the shield. I'm assuming it's still Earthquake. It is, so yeah, definitely taking a lot of damage on that one. But hopefully we are able to clear out the Stunfisk before it clears us out. So that's nice. Alright, but with that, they bring in Ferrothorn next. Ooh, this is interesting. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and fire off Earthquake, and we are able to get the surprise hit in. So, good news, we got that going. And with that, while unfortunately Dragon Breath is not going to be doing too much, well, they did switch in for Altaria, so now we're going back into the OG battle between these two titans, Azumarill and Probopass. Alright, it does use Ice Beam, but Ice Beam is not very effective, fortunately for us. But now I get to chuck out my Thunderbolt, and we're able to clear out the shield, so that's nice, that's nice. With that, they're going to come in once again. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one as well. It is play rough, so I guess I didn't really need to worry about that too much. But now we're going to go ahead and chuck out the Thunderbolt. Clear out their second shield. That's nice, that's nice. We're experiencing a little bit of lag over there, but Hopefully, I have enough health left in my Probo Pass to be able to tank this out. I'm not 100% sure, admittedly. Ooh, just barely. Ooh, but with that, they do clear out my... They do bring in the Ferrothorn, and they are working hard to clear out my Probo Pass RIP. But with that, we just got ourselves the Ferrothorn to worry about. Well, I'm assuming we'll be firing off another Mirror Shot, possibly? Do you have Power Whip on you? Nope, it's another Mirror Shot. Unfortunately, we are A-OK on that one. We're able to clear out the Ferrothorn, and we do have enough for Sky Attack, which will hopefully provide enough neutral damage to clear out this Azumarill. I was wrong. With that, can I get to another Sky Attack? We can! We have built up enough energy to fire one final Sky Attack at this Azumarill. Hopefully it's enough. It is! We made it through. Sorry, one play rough or one Ice Beam. I might have spelled the end of me. But nonetheless, GG's all around. My goodness. Probo Pass does not charge as much energy as I recall it doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's slower than I remember, but it still served us well. It's still serving well. He's holding up. He's holding up. Let's see if he can hold up. Continue to hold up against Richran 1. Does this imply that there are multiple Richrans? Could I face off against a Richran 3 in the future? A Richran 2? Do they all have the exact same outfit? I guess, but unfortunately I guess that's something we'll never know. I guess Rich really did ran. sorry. Alright, but now our second match will be against Machaka. Alright, Machaka. Okay, we can see what you got. Oh, he's gone barefoot. I respect that. Alright, first matchup is against a Stunfisk. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and switch out for Altaria, who has walked right into an Abomasnow. That's rather unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, that ice is absolutely wrecking my Altaria at the moment. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and block this next attack, which I'm assuming, yep, it is Weather Ball. That will definitely, absolutely destroy my Altaria. And with that, I'm actually going to block one more time because, again, Weather Ball would absolutely decimate my Altaria. So I'm out of shields, unfortunately, but I'm at least able to get to Sky Attack before my Altaria's inevitable demise. Unfortunately, we missed out on that one ball there, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so with that, I'll go ahead and bring back the Probo Pass. Assuming I'm probably going to be needing to tank out, I'm assuming Energy Ball, possibly? It is Energy Ball. It does hurt a lot, but we're still alive. We're still kicking. We're still trying to make it through. With that, I'll go ahead and chuck Rock Slide, clear out the Abomasnow, and with that, they bring in Stunfisk, who I assume had Mud Bomb at the ready. So this is definitely going to hurt quite a lot. Yep, and there goes my Probo Pass RIP. But now it is time for Swampert to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting for this team at this point. That they're going to check a Mud Bomb. Definitely does take quite a lot of health out of me, but we do have Hydro Cannon at the ready. Go ahead and fire that off. It actually doesn't kill the Stunfisk, so it is still going to actually take out a good chunk of damage in this next one as well. So that's gonna suck. I'm assuming it's gonna be Mud Bomb again. It is Mud Bomb again. I am now in the red. That's not good. Alright. But I will fire off this Hydro Cannon. Save what little health I have left for whatever comes next. Ooh, it is a Ninetales. I do have Hydro Cannon at the ready, but I think Ninetales is bulky enough to tank out this Hydro Cannon. I'm fairly positive. Ooh, I might have a chance. We actually made it. We actually did it. We made it through. Oh my goodness. GG's all around. My goodness, that was Swampert with the clutch. Swampert with the clutch play at the end. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, GG's. That was a solid team through and through, but you gotta give it to when you get a good mud boy, you know, all things are possible. That was unreal. That was unreal. Okay. Feeling good. Feeling good about our chances. We're calming down a little bit. Need to kind of collect my cool again as we go into, I believe this is our third match against Masa. Bunch of numbers. Alright, Masa. What do you got? Alright, first matchup is to say Toxicroak. Hello, Toxicroak. With that, I'll go ahead and respond to your Toxicroak with my Altaria. And with it, I'm actually going to try and tank out, because I think I can tank out any move you throw at me. Yes, even Sludge Bomb. It did a lot more damage than I thought it would. But, well, we're still kicking, so we technically did tank it out, so I'll take that. I'll take that. And with that, they're coming in hot with a Marowak, rockin' Hex. Now this is the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? I'm gonna go ahead and shield this because it is actually Shadow Bone. So, good news there. I live to throw another Sky Attack. I'll take that. I'll take that. And we are able to clear out the shield, so they are looking to get more in with this Marowak. Alright, with that, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let my Altaria bite the dust. RIP, GG's. Oh, we actually don't need to worry about that because they chucked a Bone Club, which gives us another opportunity to fire off a Sky Attack. Look at that. I was so ready for Altaria to be done and over with, but no. No. It's sticking through. It's sticking through. Thin and thin. With that, I am now face off against my Shadow counterpart, Shadow Swampert. But I am able to get to Hydro Cannon, take out their shield. And with that, they are going to start firing back. I am going to go ahead and shield this next attack. It is Hydro Cannon, which tells me, weirdly enough, I'm somehow able to get to Hydro Cannon faster than they are, I guess? I don't know. But I am able to get to it. And I am able to clear out the Shadow Swampert, so I don't know. Unless they're saving up for like Earthquake or something, you know, really go for the finishing blow on that one. I could see that. I could see that being a thing. But nonetheless, GG's all around. We're starting to see a lot more of the meta Pokemon start appearing in these matches. So yeah, we're gonna be facing off against some interesting opponents soon, aren't we? Alright, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on to let's keep this miraculous winning streak going as we go against Bedlia. Bedlia? In any event, first matchup is against Wigglytuff, so good news, our steel typing is helping us pretty well here, and we are able to get to Rock Slide, so we should be able to do a decent amount of neutral damage, or take away the shield. I'll take that too. I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds. But with that, they bring in the Lapras, into which case I have an opportunity to bring in some rocks. Alright, and we are able to clear out their second shield. So very least we don't have to worry about dealing with that. They are checking out Surfs though, so definitely want to start keeping an eye out for that one. But for now, can throw out another Rock Slide their way. Should be able to do a fairly good amount of damage against this Lapras, I'm assuming. Oh yeah. And with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out for Swampert, who should, in theory, be able to tank out this next Surf fairly well. Okay. Not really feeling all too great about it, but I was able to tank it out. Alright, with that we are able to fire off the Hydro Cannon, so we are able to, at the very least, clear out the Lapras. Now, Wigglytuff has returned to the battlefield, into which case I will go ahead and just fire off a Hydro Cannon, you know, just get it going before my, before Swampert meets its unfortunate demise. RIP, you have served well. And with that, Wigglytuff is firing its charge move, into which case I will use my last, yeah, I have used up my last shield on that one, but now they're trying to surprise my Probopass with a Stunfisk. I will try and respond in kind with a Altaria. I was able to tank out that discharge fairly well, actually. I would say we did pretty well against that discharge. Alright, with that, unfortunately, discharge is a very, very spammy move, so we have, unfortunately, that to look forward to. But I am able to make it to Dragon Pulse and hopefully do a fairly good amount of neutral damage. Alright, at the very least, we are able to get the Stunfisk into the red, so I'll take that. I'll take that. Alright, they are going to fire off another discharge. I am starting to look very low on health, and unfortunately, that marked the end of my Altaria. But we do have some rocks that we can at least chuck at the Stunfisk, so we don't have to worry about taking too much damage from that. With that, we're able to clear out the Stunfisk, and now all we gotta do is get ourselves to some more rocks, like so. And we can go ahead and chuck it at the Wigglytuff. Hard fought battle through and through, but nonetheless, GG's all around. These battles are getting a little close for comfort. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's getting I'm getting nervous out here. Whew. They're really bringing in the heat this time around, aren't they? We're not playing games anymore. We're jumping into deep end. We're jumping into the meta at this point. We are, I think, in our final match for the set against Driving Blind. I feel like that a lot when I go into these battles, not gonna lie. With that, first matchup is against Azumarill, so we got that. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and start out by chucking some rocks its way, doing some fairly good neutral damage, or taking on a shield, which we were able to, so I'll take that. I'll take them odds, Alright, and with that, I'm actually going to try and see if I can tank it out. I mean, 2 out of the 3 moves I should be able to fairly well, like Ice Beam, I was able to tank out fairly well. And with that, I am now going to go ahead and chuck out Thunderbolt. Hopefully, they'll try and tank out a Rock Slide, which they did attempt to, but we were able to take out a good amount of damage with that said Thunderbolt. I'm now going to go ahead and chuck some rocks their way, and either be able to do a fairly good amount of damage to the Azumarill. Actually, enough to clear it out, so I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Alright, but next up, they do have a Wigglytuff to deal with now, so that's fun. Going with like all of the fairies in this match, so unfortunately once my Probopass kicks the bucket, it's all on Swampert. hopefully we're able to dish out enough Hydra Cannons to be able to clear out Wigglytuff before Altaria has to try and fend off the charm attacks. But we are able to clear out with that. Final one is actually an Alolan Raichu, so I'll definitely take that. I'll take them odds. Alright, with that, I'm actually going to try and tank out. Ah! Oof. He did actually suffer quite a good amount of damage from that one. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and fire off. That was weird. I pressed my phone for a second and it sent me back to the main screen. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. I don't know what I was reading, but nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and block this next attack. It is Thunder Punch. Probably would have done fairly good amount of neutral damage against my Altaria, but we are able to finish off the Raichu with Dragon Breath. So let's GG's all around. Hopefully me suddenly exiting to the main screen didn't severely affect anything on their end, and it was just all on me. But yeah, because I'd rather not attribute that to any form of lag win or anything like that. But yeah, I guess for now we managed to secure another 5-0 set, so I'll definitely take that. Try and get as many wins early on as I can, because of course as we go up the ranks, things are going to get a lot tougher from here on out. So try and get whatever wins that we can when we can. But for now, I'll go ahead and claim this 330 Stardust. Another Charge TM. I'll take this Charge TM. Absolutely. Now that we got ourselves a Pupitar. But with that, we did manage to catch it at the very least, and we got our 4th day streak. So that's nice. It's fairly good, but I'm gonna go ahead and transfer you out. Alright, we are back on screen. We got ourselves 3 more rare candies and 660 Stardust. And with that, we can claim our rank rewards as we move on to rank 3. Really pushing up them ranks. And we got 1200 Stardust. I'll take that. Absolutely take that. At any event, yeah, with that, let me go ahead and update our set count real quick. Managed to secure ourselves another 5-0. I'll take that. All right, we're doing good so far. We're holding up. We are now at a 10-win winning streak, so I like that so far. So far, we're holding up pretty well as we enter into our first battles in rank 3. And we got ourselves a brand new team to experiment with. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. I'm actually kind of nervous to see where this is going to take me. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like this is going to be probably the riskiest that I've gone with a team so far on, and in fact any of these live streams. I'm pretty sure this is the riskiest I've gone. I think, but I guess ultimately, I'll let you guys be the judge of that one as we go into our next set. Sorry, I can tell it's starting to get late because my mind is starting to go. But we're jumping into our 3rd set of battles. We're jumping into Great League, and this time I'll be starting out with Shift Tree holding it up in the front. We got ourselves a Slowbro. See how that fares out in the meta. And finally, we'll be closing out with the definite meta of Alolan Marowak. Rocking a nice combo, actually, I think, with everything. We got ourselves the Grass, Water, and Fire, as well as Dark, Psychic, and Ghost. So it's got nice synergy to it, but how well that synergy is going to translate into battle, I guess, again, there's only one way to find out. As we go into our first battle against B. Cedric. Alright, see how well that advice handles you, Cedric. As we go against Swampert as our first matchup. Alright, but with that, they're going to go ahead and switch out for a Skarmory, into which case I will switch out for an Alolan Marowak. Alright. With that, they are going to send out their attack first. I'm going to go ahead and try and tank this one out. It is Brave Bird. Definitely not the most ideal thing. Definitely wasn't ideal for me to try and tank out that attack in hindsight. But with that, I'm just going to go ahead and Hail Mary it, chuck that Shadow Ball, and we are able to clear out this Skarmory at the very least. With that, we now have a Azumarill to deal with, into which case I will respond with Slowbro. Of all things, let's go Slowbro. Why not? Slowbro at the very least is tanking out the bubbles very well. I mean, I feel like it should come as no surprise, but it is tanking out that very well. And we are able to check out Psychic its way. And with that, I actually am going to go ahead and use my very first shield. I think now is the time. If there's ever a time, I think now would be that time. With that, they bring back... and with that... they bring back Swampert, so I bring back Shiftry, who has Leaf Blade at the ready. Alright, fire that off. We have gotten rid of the first shield. Now let's see if we can get rid of shield number 2. Alright, we have gone through shield number 2, and now they're going to respond with their own attack, into which case I'm just going to go ahead and block no matter what it is. It is Hydro Cannon. Probably still would have hurt quite a bit, but they do have another attack up and ready, so it is Hydro Cannon again. It did hurt quite a bit, don't get me wrong. It's just... but now we are able to get to our Leaf Blade, and I'm really hoping that 4 times weakness to grass is really going to kick in here, and it is. Alright, but with that, they bring back the Azumarill. I'll go ahead and chuck another Leaf Blade their way. Get that going, and we are able to clear out the Azumarill as well. GG's all around. But yeah, that's that. Hydro Cannon packs a punch, my goodness. And Brave Bird. Brave Bird packs a solid punch. I mean, it comes at great cost, but you know, it yeah, when used effectively, like at that point. Now I know. Brave Bird, it's a risk, but it's a risk that pays off. But in any event, we're moving on to battle number 2 against Miznox. Alright, Miznox. What do you got? Alright, first matchup is against Galvantula. That's interesting. Alright, but with that, they are able to get their attack first. I am going to go ahead and shield, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be Lunge. It is Lunge. I'm pretty sure that does not do me any favors, both for my Dark and my Grass typing. With that, I'm going to go ahead and chuck a Foul Play its way, and we are able to actually do a decent amount of damage with that one. Alright. Well, it looks like Foul Play and Leaf Blade actually, we got enough energy for both of them, but I'll go ahead and chuck a Leaf Blade its way just to get rid of the shield, I guess. Alright, but with that, I'm actually going to put all my chips in on this Shiftry. I have that much faith in how Shiftry is going right now. And with that, they're going to bring in the Alolan Marowak, into which case I bring in Slowbro, who is probably not going to be too happy with me bringing him in against a Ghost type who has Shadow Bone. But you know, what's life without a little risk, you know? But we are at the very least able to get to Psychic, which should be able to do a fairly good amount of neutral damage, so here's hoping, fingers crossed, that's a thing. Or we could take out the second shield. I'll take that as well. Yeah, but with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring back Shiftry. And unfortunately, they're going to be using their attack first. It could be Fire Blast, now that I think about it. It is Bone Club. Okay. And we are able to get to foul play, so we are able to clear out the Alolan Marowak. But now we have the rain form of cast form to worry about. That's interesting. And we're able to do a fairly solid amount of damage against him with my with Leaf Blade. Unfortunately, I brought in a Alolan Marowak before I could get enough charged energy, but now it has to tank out Weather Ball, which it actually does fairly well. Credit where credit is due. It actually tanked out Weather Ball pretty well. And now I'm just going to go ahead and check a Blown Club just to get rid of the Weatherman over here. And with that, we're able to clear out the Galvantula with Alolan Marowak. And with that, GG's all around. That one definitely gave me a run for my runny. I feel like one wrong move at any point in that match and it would have been pretty much game over for me at that point. But we managed to stay strong. We managed to hold up through that one, so I'll take that. I'll take that. Alright, but now we're moving on to battle number 3 against Oni Kuo Sushi 99. Almost to 100. Our first matchup is against Altaria. Interesting, actually. Okay. With that, I'm decided to just stick it out with this battle. Why not, I guess. Gotta go ahead and check a foul play. Able to do a fairly good amount of damage. And with that, I'm actually gonna go ahead and switch out for my Slowbro. Ooh, I'm actually curious as to how well he can tank out. I'm assuming this is going to be Sky Attack. It is Sky Attack. We are in the yellow, so we're not happy about it, but we're able to tank it out, I guess. So plus sides there. And now we have ourselves enough energy to fire off Psychic, and we're able to do a fairly good amount of damage against that Lantern. Lantern is in kind though doing a fair good amount of damage against our Slowbro, so that's rather unfortunate. But I have enough faith that Confusion should be able to do enough damage against this Lantern to clear it out before my inevitable demise, and we were actually able to. And with it, we are actually have enough energy to fire Psychic off against this Altaria, so I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take your shield. Thank you very much. And I'll even lower your defense. So, you know. How you like them odds? Alright, but with that, we now have Altaria to deal with. I am going to go ahead and try and tank out Sky Attack once again. Again, not feeling... Well, feeling better this time around. It's just... You know... That I'm gonna try and see if I can fake out their shield with this Bone Club. I don't know, they might have wanted to sacrifice their Altaria anyway since it's low on health and all that, but at the very least we are able to generate a little bit more energy with that one. Alright, but now we have Machamp to deal with. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh! We are able to clear it out with Shadow Ball. Look at that. Huh. Never underestimate the strength of Shadow Ball, I guess. But with that, GG's all around. I can see why you're trying to save off the shield at the very least, but you know, save it for the final match with Shift Tree. So that way, I virtually have no way of like really counteracting, but. Apparently Shadow Ball did quite a bit of damage on that one, so Marowak always coming in clutch. Let's see if it can come in clutch once again against Jareth ES. It's like a special edition of Jareth. It's Jareth ES. Wait, let's see what you got, Jareth. Alright, first matchup is against Umbreon. Alright. So at the very least, I know for sure our fast move is probably going to do not very effective damage against either of us, but It all depends on what your fast move is on your Umbreon. In the meantime, though, I'm just gonna go ahead and try and chuck as much as much neutral damage as I possibly can with Leaf Blade. With that, I'm actually going to try and tank it out. I want to see, does it know Last Resort? It knows Foul Play. So, good news, we're actually in really good standing, at least in that regard. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and shield just in case they're saving up Last Resort. It is Foul Play again, so we're actually pretty good on that end. I'll go ahead and fire off another Leaf Blade in their general direction. We are able to take out the shield, so that's kind of nice. But we do have another Leaf Blade at the ready. Very thankful that Leaf Blade is a very spammy move. At the very least, we got that going for us. And we are able to clear out the Umbreon. So, fortunately, we got that going for us. And with that, they got themselves a Wigglytuff, into which case I got to respond with Marowak. Fortunately, they respond in kind with a Skarmory. Gonna try and see if I can fake out their shield with this Bone Club. And we are. I'll take that. I'll take your shield. Thank you very much. Don't want you rocking that into the upcoming matches. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and shield this move just in case it is Brave Bird. It is Sky Attack, so fortunately we didn't have to worry too much there. I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and fire off my Shadow Ball, clear out your Skarmory real quick. And with that, all we got to do now is finish off this Wigglytuff. Unfortunately, much with Leaf Blade, Bone Club is indeed a very spammy move. It doesn't do much, if anything at all, but we are able to spam it out at least. Okay, so we got that going. And I'll go ahead and chuck out my Slowbro, who is going to be attempting to tank out this next charge move. Let's see how that goes. Is Dazzling Gleam? Not feeling all too great about it, but fortunately, Confusion is able to clear out their Wigglytuff. So, nonetheless, GG's all around. Once again, getting fairly close for comfort, but we managed to make it through. Alright. We're holding up strong. We're holding up pretty strong, so I'll take that. We're managing to we're finding a way to make it through. Let's see if we can keep this up against FWBTJ 053. Alright, FW. Let's see what you got. 3. Up. Yeah, but first matchup is against Umbreon once again. It does have a bit of an energy advantage, I guess, at this point, considering the fact that I seem to have lagged out on 3. But good news, we might be able to catch up fairly quickly with the use of Leaf Blade. But I'm going to actually try and tank out their first move. It could be Last Resort. It is Last Resort. That's definitely going to be packing quite a punch. Definitely not ideal for us right now, but it's okay. We'll keep on keeping on. Keep on firing them Leaf Blades. They're definitely chipping away at my shift tree fairly quickly, actually, but I think we can keep it going. We got Leaf Blade. We're at least able to get into yellow, so I'll take that. And we are actually able to fire off one more Leaf Blade, so maybe, just maybe, we might be able to either get in the red or take out their last shield. Okay, we got into the red, so I'll take that. We're in okay standing right now. I'm definitely going to go ahead and shield this next attack. Definitely don't want to tank out. I'm assuming this is going to be Dark. Okay, it is Dark Pulse. But yeah, some kind of dark type move. With that, we are able to clear out the Umbreon with our Fire Spin. Now we have ourselves an Azumarill to deal with, into which case I would like to respond with my Slowbro, but they will be responding with their Shadow Hypno. This is going to be interesting. That, I'm going to fire an Ice Beam, get ourselves a fairly hefty amount of neutral damage going there, so I'll take that. And with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and shield. I'm a little concerned. It is Thunder Punch, so that probably would have packed a wallop of damage there. And with that, we are able to get one more Ice Beam at the ready. And go ahead and fire that guy off. We are able to clear out the shield at the very least, but now we're looking at a Thunder Punch to the face. So, let's see how well I can tank it. I actually am still alive, and with that, I will actually switch out for my Marowak. We'll be polishing off this Hypno real quick. Alright, clear it out with Bone Club, and now all we gotta do is deal with the Azumarill in all of its shiny glory. But the question of the day is, what move are you chucking at me? It is Ice Beam, so good news. We're able to definitely survive that one. Now, go ahead and chuck a Shadow Ball your way, hopefully dealing some fairly good neutral damage. I would say I would call that fairly good neutral damage. Alright, but now I'm assuming they're going to be firing off either Ice Beam or Play Rough. It is Ice Beam, and they are clearing out my Marowak. And unfortunately, it looks like I do not have enough health to do anything against this Azumarill. The streak is over. The streak is over. It had to come to an end eventually. But at the very least, it was a solid team through and through. So I can't argue against that. GG's all around. But with that, at the very least, we were able to come out of this with 4-1. So, and again, I really didn't know how this team was gonna perform. But the synergy was there. The synergy was there. So we made it through. We were still able to make it through, and we were still able to claim this 330 Stardust, this Sinnoh Stone. Right. Also get an encounter with Galvantula. Ooh, 1229. Hang on, I need to pineapple you. Maybe, if your IVs are ideal enough, I might just make you... Oh, and you don't discharge already. Hang on. We must research. It's 1475. And... okay, it is still 3 stars, so that's kind of good. I'll compare you to my other Galvantula, because I know that one's kind of low too. So, who knows? Maybe it might still show up as my Great League option, but... I don't know. I don't know about that. But we are still able to claim these 3 rare candies as well. And we're able to claim the rank rewards, and we've made it to rank 4! At the very least, we are still able to speed our way through these ranks. I'll definitely take that. Alright, but there it is. Unfortunately, our first loss, but we've at least had a longer winning streak than last time with 14 instead of 11. So, I'll take that. And we do still have quite a bit of season 7 to go. So, we still have the chance to make longer possible streaks later on down the line. But yeah, I guess with this one, well, it is a new day, so we actually do have ourselves, I think, like 3 or 4 sets still available throughout the entirety of today. But I think for now, I'm gonna take a quick breather, finish off my coffee, maybe grab a water as well, because I think my throat's getting a little raspy. Yeah, a little raspy here. But yeah, for right now, I'm gonna take a quick breather. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Or I am back. Welcome back me, I guess. I don't know. But alright, got myself a bottle of water. Unfortunately, it's a little bit on the frozen side, so gotta wait for it to thaw out a little bit. But nonetheless, with that, considering the time right now, I'm probably gonna just do one more battle before I go ahead and call it a night. But with that, it is still at least one more battle nonetheless. So just go ahead and jump right into it for our fourth and possibly final set. Our first set and possibly last in rank 4. Fingers crossed, maybe? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, go ahead and jump right into basic rewards, jump into Great League, and with this time we're going to be starting out with Drift Blim with the ever spammy Icy Wind up at the front. We got ourselves the ever trusty Galarian Stunfisk in the center, and there's a little bit of a little extra twist, extra flair to it. We got ourselves the Shiny Flex in the form of Shiny Blaziken hanging out as the anchor of the team. So ultimately, let's see how this plays out. Alright, so for our first match, we'll be against Duduramao 21. I think it's 21. But first matchup is against a Lapras, so not particularly ideal there. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out for my Stunfisk. Excuse me. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and shield this first attack. I'm assuming it's going to be Surf. It is indeed Surf. But with that, I will be responding by throwing some rocks at this Lapras. And with that, we are able to clear out their shield at the very least. But next up, they are bringing in the Alolan Raichu, interestingly enough. Very possible that they are packing Grass Knot and they're just trying to clear out my shields. But I did have Earthquake at the ready, so we are able to clear out their Alolan Raichu with that attack. But now we are back at it again with this mirror matchup, or with this matchup against their Lapras. And with that, I do have the opportunity to throw some rocks at their Lapras, so I'll go ahead and take that opportunity, and we're able to clear out their second shield. And with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and use up my second shield as well, and block out this Surf, like so. And with that, I'll go ahead and chalk out some more rocks their way. Hopefully this does a fair good amount of damage. Oh yeah. There we go. And we're doing good so far. Unfortunately, it looks like this is going to be the end of my Galarian Pancake. RIP, you have served well. With that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Fire Chicken. With that, we're able to clear out the Lapras, and now it is time to fight off against a Skarmory. Fortunately, I do have the ever spammy Blaze Kick at the ready, so hopefully we should be able to get some good damage in with that. And we are. We really, really are. But with that, unfortunately, it does look like they are going to be able to clear out my Blaziken with this one. But with that, so Blaziken, you have served well, RIP. But with that, we should be able to close everything out with Drift Blim and this one Icy Wind. Alright, and with that, we're able to secure ourselves a victory. GG's all around. All in all, an interesting start. I'm not gonna lie, but hopefully this is a good sign for this team as we go into our second matchup against 36 Sanchi, 1961. Alright, 36 Sanchi, what do you got? First matchup is against a Galvantula. Definitely not something that's quite ideal in this particular scenario. Especially with the fact that you are able to get to your charge move, which means I do need to spend out this shield, unfortunately. It is discharged. Very thankful I shielded on that one. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and chuck some rocks chuck some ice your way. and actually do a fairly good amount of damage with that. I'll take that. I'll take that. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Galarian Pancake, who should be able to take it, to tank whatever move you throw my way. It is Lunge. I'm feeling fine. Thank you for asking. Well, with that, it's time for our tried and true throw some rocks at it. And we are able to clear out the Garvantula. So at the very least, we are one. We are. Sorry, I'm blacking out. We're one Pokemon ahead, but they are 2 shields above us. So, unfortunately, well, it's just kind of unfortunate, really, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, they did tank, or they did shield out that Earthquake. So, unfortunately, and I'm saying unfortunately quite a lot, actually. I think this is going to be Rock Slide, which would probably kill either my Blaziken or my Drifblim. So I've decided to let Blaziken kick the bucket on that one. Sorry, buddy. You knew it had to be done. You knew I had to do it to him. Alright, move that and go ahead and chuck an Icy Wind its way. At the very least, well, we took out the second shield. And we dropped their attack, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to be enough to survive this next Rock Slide. R.I.P. And with that, unfortunately that marks. That means we are now tied 1-1 for this set. GG's though, GG's all around. Shadow Machamp, man. Scary stuff. Scary stuff, that one. Alright. Well, let's see if we can bring it back to a positive win-loss ratio with our next match, which is against Amy 6006. Alright, Amy. What do you got? Alright, first matchup is against Melmetal. That's interesting. Oh, we definitely got some rocks to look forward to, I'm assuming. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Stunfisk, who should be... I'm assuming it's going to be Rock Slides they're going to be throwing. I'd be very surprised if they went with Superpower. They did throw the rocks. I was able to tank it out fairly well. And with that, I now have an Azumarill to deal with. In which case, I will respond with my own Rock Slide. And we are able to do a fairly good amount of damage on that one. nothing spectacular, but... you know, we were able to hold up. I am actually going to go ahead and try and tank this first move out. It is Ice Beam. It does do a fairly good amount of neutral damage, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and chuck some more rocks out at this Azumarill. See if I can bait out a shield. And we are! So, unfortunately, we have that going for us. Alright. I'm going to have to use my first shield, though, which is rather unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Go ahead and block out this Ice Beam. And with that, let's see if we can we're probably most likely not going to be able to finish off this Azumarill with this, but maybe we can surprise it with this Earthquake and get it into the red. I like that. I like that very much. With that, I'll bring back the Drifblim, and let's go ahead and chuck an Icy Wind its way. If for any reason than to drop its attack a little bit. And with that, we're actually able to clear out the Azumarill. So I'll take that. Thank you very much. And with that, Melmetal has returned, so it probably would be a good idea for me to go ahead and drop its attack a little bit more. Thank you very much. I think this is something that would greatly... my Driftbin will greatly like to take advantage of. Thank you very much. Alright. Ooh, you had a lot of energy charged up, didn't you? Oh boy. Ooh, this might hurt. Ooh, yeah, that one hurt. Oh, and unfortunately we're not able to get to Icy Wind. Really bummed about that one. Okay, so that mirror happened. But now they're going to be chucking some rocks at my poor Blaziken, and I don't think he's going to be able to survive these ones, unfortunately. Well, he's able to survive that one at least. But I'm honestly not sure if I'll be able to get to another Blaze Kick before they get to another Rock Slide. So I'm pretty concerned about that one. Yeah, unfortunately, they're able to get to Rock Slide first. So, RIP. But GG's nonetheless. We're definitely starting to get into some of the bigger leagues now. Seems rank 4 is where we hit our tipping point, unfortunately. But while we are in a deficit 1 and 2, we have a chance to bring it back to a tie as we go against Bruisley 337. Alright, Bruisley. Let's see what you got. Alright, first matchup is against a Stunfisk. Fortunately, it does have Mud Shot as its, or Mud Slap, Mud Shot. It's throwing Mud as its first move, but it does have Discharge as one of its charge moves, so definitely something that I gotta look out for. But we should at least be able to soften the blow a little bit with Icy Wind. And we are also able to take out the shield there, so let's see if that debuff was enough. Let's see if Drifblim can tank this. Ooh, I mean, he didn't like it. Don't get me wrong, but point is, I think the attack debuff definitely helped in that regard. And with that, we're able to get another attack debuff in, so I'll definitely take that. With that, I'm actually gonna go ahead and attack me one more time because I think, yeah, we are able to survive it now. I mean, we're definitely not going to be able to survive another one that fires off, but at the very least, we're able to survive those ones before I kick the bucket. And we are able to clear out the Stunfisk first. So, plus sides there. With that, we have Alola Ninetales to deal with, into which case I will respond with the Blaziken. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and shield because there's a couple of fast charge moves that I can use, such as Psyshock, that would definitely not be favorable for my Blaziken. And with that, I'm going to send a Blaze Kick into that Azumarill, and that Azumarill is going to take it like a champ, into which case I am going to need a little bit of backup in the form of my Steel Pancake. And now time for the try and true throw more rocks at it. But now it's time to see exactly what charge moves Azumarill has up its sleeve. It has Ice Beam, so at the very least we are able to tank it out fairly well as neutral damage. With that, let me go ahead and chuck some more rocks its way. Get those fired up, ready to go. Get the Azumarill into the red. Always a welcome sign. And then let's go check another Ice Beam. I am now in the red. So, ooh, it's just a matter of whether or not I can get to another Rock Slide. And unfortunately, I am not. That's unfortunate. That's the real question. Does it have Play Rough? Well, it has Ice Beam again, so we are able to tank that out at the very least. Go ahead and fire off this Blaze Kick. At the very least, we should be able to clear out the Azumarill. We are. And with that, unfortunately, from what I can tell, it looks like, yeah, Alola Ninetales is able to get the charge move first. And unfortunately, this means the end of my Blaziken. RIP. But GG's once again. Yeah, looks like unfortunately this is going to be where we hit our hard stop. Yeah, unfortunately we are now 1-3, so definitely we're definitely starting to get more into meta territory around this area. Couldn't help but notice, but I may have gone a little bit risky with this team, a little bit too risky with this team, but at the very least, we might as well see if we can get ourselves at least 2 wins out of 5 with our final matchup against Emma Toyuna. Alright, Emma, what do you got? Alright, first matchup is against Galarian Stunfisk. Always a fan favorite, always a fan favorite. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one because rocks hurt. Rocks hurt my blimp quite a lot. Please don't throw rocks at my blimp. He's not happy about it. Alright, but first up I'm going to go ahead and chuck an Icy Wind so that way when you do throw rocks again, it's not going to hurt as bad. Alright, so now I'm feeling fairly more confident in being able to tank out your rock slide. We are still in the yellow, so it's not ideal, but you know, we lived. We're alive. We're kicking. We're making it through. We're finding ways. I'll go ahead and chuck another Icy Wind. You know, keep on debuffing as much as I can. Assuming this is gonna be another rock slide. And I think with that, if history repeats itself, yep, we are able to tank that out fairly well. And I am able to chuck one more Icy Wind its way. Like so, and we are able to clear out the Galarian Stunfisk at the very least. But now, we have Clefable to deal with, who has essentially erased my Drifblim off the face of the map. But I do have a way to deal with this Clefable, and that is in the form of my own Steel Pancake. And as they have, so shall I. It is time to throw more rocks at them. Alright, but with that, it looks like they brought in some reinforcements in the form of Wish Cash. Okay, with that, it's not a favorable trade-in, don't get me wrong. In 99.9% of the time, this would be an absolutely terrible idea. And in this particular case, it still is. But I'm going for it. I want to keep Galarian Stunfisk alive as long as possible, and I felt like I need to bust out the Blaziken to do that. So yeah. Again, in hindsight, it's probably wasn't a great idea, and it felt like didn't really last all that long anyway. But now I'm out of shields, and they have a lot of mud bombs, and they have 1 shield left, so we're possibly looking at the end here. Might as well go Hail Mary for it, chuck an Earthquake their way, see if I can clear out the Wish Cash, but unfortunately they do block it, which means the end of my team. RIP. This was definitely not a good set. That's unfortunate. But nonetheless, GG's all around. At the very least, props to the teams that I've come up against. They're all fairly solid teams, so can't argue against that. With that, I'm still able to claim 370 Stardust, and I am able to make a little bit of leeway up the rank. And I'm able to get myself 880 more Stardust, so at the very least, we got that going for us. So yeah, that's rather unfortunate. It's tempting for me to do one more set because I don't want to leave it on such a bad note, but it is getting late, and I kind of fear that I'm probably not going to be able to pull a good team together right after that. So yeah, unfortunately, that's where I'm going to be cutting this one off. Honestly, it's not a way a way I would like to end it, but you know, it is what it is. Time waits for no man, and I do still have work early in the morning tomorrow, so probably best to end this now. But you know, again, we are very early on in this season. Yeah, you can definitely tell my mind is going because I'm forgetting like every other word. but yeah, we're early on in the season, so definitely a lot of room for improvement. Definitely a lot more streams to go through, so more opportunities to pull it all back together, and at the very least, for a vast majority of, or 3 out of 4 of the sets, we were able to maintain a very, very positive win-loss ratio. So all in all, I'd say we had a a good start. It's just unfortunate that it ended on a 1-4, but I guess it was it was bound to happen eventually. So I guess better now than never. But in any event, yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it for this stream. Thank you so much to all of you who tuned into this one. And yeah, I guess with that said, I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Next set of Go Battle League battles.